everybody, welcome to my channel where I talk about my favorite things. On Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Central Time, I talk about planning, organizing, and goal setting. On Sundays at 4 p.m. Central Time, I talk about books and coffee. Today we're going to talk about goal setting, and basically what I want to do is share with you the goals I've set for myself for the month of July. And I want you to share with me what goals you've set for yourself as well. In my next video next week, I'm going to share some tips about how to get started with goal setting if you're really unfamiliar with how to do it or have never done it before. It doesn't have to be anything too complicated, but it really does an amazing job of helping you stay on track and make sure that you're headed in the direction that you want to head in your life. So I can't share all the goals that I've set because some of them are work related, and I'm just not going to share a lot about my full-time job. It's just not going to happen. Don't even ask. So I'll share what I can. And then basically I plan on doing this every month because one of the things that can really help you stay on track with goal setting is accountability. So not only by writing down your goals every month or every week or once a year, no matter how you want to do it, I prefer monthly. Having some way to keep yourself accountable is really important, whether it's just you keeping yourself accountable, whether you have an accountability buddy that helps you do this, or whether it's with a group of people. So I really want this channel to be a community of goal setters and a community of people striving to help each other meet their goals and live their best life. As cheesy as that line is, I really need to find a different catchphrase. But if this is something that interests you, grab your coffee and let's dive right in. So I break up my goals every month into sections. So I have 5 different sections that I use, and I really like the number 5. I end up doing a lot of things in sets of 5. Don't ask me why, it just works out that way. So my first goal section for the month of July is teaching, and I'm not going to share with you all of them, but I do try to set 3 goals in each category. I can share with you one of my teaching goals. And one of my teaching goals is that I'm taking a couple massive online open courses, MOOCs basically, through a website called Coursera. And so I like to try to stay fresh with my teaching, my skills, and sometimes a MOOC is just going to cover stuff that you already know, which, I mean, sure, good refresher. But other times I'll learn some really hidden gems that I didn't know before that really help boost my teaching and take it to the next level. So I have a goal through July to finish up some Coursera courses that I'm taking on teaching. Specifically, there's one on online teaching and the other one is called university teaching. So both really relevant to what I do. So I will link down below links to those courses if it's something that you're interested in. I don't know how many of you are also teachers or work in higher education, but Coursera has a lot of really good stuff for educators. So I will link those specific courses down below. That is the goal that I will share with you for July for my teaching goals. My next section is research. So I have a paper that I wrote on Jessica Jones, and I have a publication that I found to submit it to. The due date is July 31st. So a simple goal for my research is to submit that paper to that publication. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to do a bit of revising and reworking of the paper. But I have a month to do it, so it's definitely a goal that I can reach. My other goal is to work on my novel every day, Monday through Friday, so every work day, to make sure that I'm putting time in on my novel. A long-term goal for my novel is to submit that for publication by the end of this year. Oh, fingers crossed that I get there. I'm really working on it. And then my last goal for research is to just take one step forward on each of the projects that I'm working on. And one step forward could be something big or it could be something small. So I wanted to make sure that that was a realistic goal when it comes to the span of projects that I'm working on. So just one step forward. Next, I have a section for service, which, sorry, that's my phone. Busy girl here, busy girl. Next I have a section for service, and this involves a lot of the committees that I'm on for work, so I can't talk about all of them. I can share one. I can share one of them, and that is I serve on it's not even an organization really, it's just a group of people who are trying to get organized, creating a support group for people who suffer from Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. If you saw my first video, which I'll link here, I do have a condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a genetic and sometimes debilitating health condition. And so I have a Facebook group for this organization, and if you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and live in Iowa and you're interested in knowing about this group, let me know. But we try to meet in different parts of the state, like once a month, just to have little support group meetings, basically. So I haven't had one in my area in a long time. February of last year, long time. So I have a goal to set up a meetup for that group under my service category. And that's the only one I can talk about because the rest are work related. Okay, then I do have a section for my small business that I manage. I have a small photography and creative arts business. And essentially, my 3 goals here are to work on parts of my business plan. I'm revising my business plan. So those are my goals. All 3 of them connect to business plan writing. So that's my goal for the small business. Then I have a section for personal goals. I guess I can share these. They're not too personal. So my first goal is to exercise 3 times a week. Pretty simple standard exercise goal, right? My second goal is to read the Bible every day. And then my third goal is to start my YouTube channel. If you don't know, this channel's pretty young yet. So, but I do think I have already met that goal. Cha-ching! So those are my goals for the month of July. In August, I'll do another video like this where I basically recap on the goals that I have set here and whether I met them or whether I didn't, and what I'm going to do in those particular cases, because we don't always meet our goals, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It might just mean that you have to revise the goal that you set, or life got in the way, and sometimes that happens. There's a quote that I really like that goes something along the lines of, goals are stars to steer by, not sticks to beat yourself up with. So when I talk about this again in August, we're going to talk about how to handle yourself emotionally and mentally if you don't meet a goal, because it's not the end of the world, and sometimes it's not even a bad thing. All right, so tell me down below what your goals are for the month. We can help keep each other accountable, and I'll do another video like this in the first week of August. So if you like this and you want to know more about planning, organizing, and goal setting, how to manage your time wisely, don't forget to subscribe. I'll put a link up here so that you can subscribe. And yeah, until then, make sure that you read good books and drink good coffee. Bye!